When facing the Chinese exam the next day, Lu Xuanqin felt as if she was climbing a steep mountain, as the test was extremely difficult, particularly the classical Chinese section, which was designed to be highly complex. However, with her solid language skills and calm analysis, she managed to complete the exam with a high score of 135. This result quickly spread across the school and triggered widespread discussions online, earning her even more recognition for her abilities. Meanwhile, Qin Lina began to feel the pressure and unease. She called her brother-in-law, Zhang Yueyu, to question the difficulty of the exam. Zhang Yueyu told her that if Lu Xuanqin scored above 220 in the integrated science exam, he would recommend her for a joint bachelor's-master's program. Qin Lina felt conflicted as she gradually realized that Lu Xuanqin's abilities were extraordinary, and the challenge she faced was far more difficult than she had initially imagined. As the results for Chinese and math were released, netizens began to re-evaluate the bet. Many attempted to solve the exam questions online and found them to be extremely difficult, which made them even more amazed by Lu Xuanqin's high scores. Public opinion began to shift, and more people started to recognize Lu Xuanqin's capabilities. At the same time, Qin Lina faced increasing pressure, worrying that she might ultimately lose the bet. That night, Lu Xuanqin returned home and had a brief conversation with her parents, who were proud of her performance. She then took a mental elixir and reviewed the subjects of physics, chemistry, and biology to prepare for the integrated science exam the next day. She knew she had to give it her all and avoid any mistakes. Finally, Lu Xuanqin drifted into sleep with high hopes for the future, dreaming of standing on a podium, receiving applause and congratulations from her parents and those around her. The next day, Lu Xuanqin walked into the school, greeted by the morning sunlight and the peaceful atmosphere of the campus. She was calm and ready to face the final exams, English and integrated science. Although the English test was flexible and varied, Lu Xuanqin, who had reached LV3 in linguistics, was full of confidence and unafraid. She ended up scoring a perfect 150, which stunned everyone. This news quickly spread online, and netizens praised her language skills and talent. Meanwhile, Qin Lina found herself deeply troubled. She had hoped that the difficulty of the exam would trip Lu Xuanqin up, but instead, Lu achieved a perfect score, leaving Qin feeling both frustrated and defeated. She even began to resent her brother-in-law, regretting her decision to have such difficult exam questions prepared, which had now backfired on her. The integrated science exam was even more challenging. Lu Xuanqin took a mental elixir, remaining calm and composed as she worked through the test. With her exceptional learning ability and the help of the system, she completed the exam with an impressive score of 273. This result once again shocked everyone, especially given the high difficulty of the exam. Her score far exceeded that of other students and reached the admission standards for top universities. Looking at Lu Xuanqin's scores, Qin Lina had no choice but to silently accept that she had lost completely. Public opinion online began to shift, and Lu Xuanqin's achievements and efforts won widespread recognition. Even those who had previously doubted her began to look at her with newfound respect. Meanwhile, Principal LV Shuda and the other school leaders placed high expectations on Lu Xuanqin. They decided to fully support her, creating the best learning environment possible to ensure that she could achieve even more outstanding results in the upcoming college entrance exams. On the other hand, Qin Lina ultimately chose to delete her Weibo account, ending the public controversy. Her brother-in-law, Zhang Yueyu, also expressed his disappointment in her behavior and declared that he would no longer be involved with her. As the turmoil subsided, Lu Xuanqin returned to her normal school life. No longer a confused student, she had become a top achiever who could face any challenges on her own. Her academic performance continued to improve, and she looked to the future with anticipation and confidence. After Lu Xuanqin's stunning high scores in the exams, her status in the school rose rapidly. Many students came to her for help with their studies, and she patiently assisted them. This not only helped her classmates but also became a way for her to improve herself. As news of her confrontation with internet celebrity Qin Lina spread, Lu Xuanqin's reputation grew, making her a focus of attention both within and outside the school. Her parents also received a great deal of attention, especially her mother, Fan Jialing, who, when visiting the market, was frequently praised for raising such a talented daughter. People even asked her for advice on parenting, making Fan Jialing feel incredibly proud. However, despite being viewed as a genius student by others, Lu Xuanqin was not concerned with her fame. She preferred quiet study and enjoyed the satisfaction that knowledge brought her. As the college entrance exams approached, Lu Xuanqin began to feel a slight unease, worrying that she might reveal her weaknesses in the upcoming mock exams, allowing people to see through her true abilities. One day, teacher Wang Conghui called Lu Xuanqin and two other students to attend a meeting related to the independent admissions exams. Principal LV Shuda introduced the opportunity for independent admission and encouraged the students to seize the chance to enter top universities. However, when the principal asked for Lu Xuanqin's opinion, she unexpectedly chose to decline the opportunity. She even requested to study at home, no longer participating in any school courses or exams until the college entrance exams. Her decision shocked everyone, and many students began to gossip, unable to understand why Lu Xuanqin would make such a choice. Even Zhang Ruolai was confused, though he knew that Lu Xuanqin always had her reasons for what she did. When the principal asked why she made such a decision, Lu Xuanqin explained that her current level of fame had grown too high, and wherever she went, people paid attention to her. This environment made it difficult for her to focus on her studies. Therefore, she hoped to study at home, away from distractions, to fully prepare for the college entrance exams. Lu Xuanqin's decision once again demonstrated her unique way of thinking and strong will. Although those around her didn't understand her choice, she remained steadfast on her path, determined to prepare for the upcoming exams. During Lu Xuanqin's conversation with Principal LV Shuda, she expressed her dissatisfaction with the school environment, feeling that the excessive attention had become an obstacle to her studies. She firmly proposed the idea of studying at home. Homeroom teacher Wang Tsunghui was also hesitant about Lu Xuanqin's choice at first but eventually accepted it, reminding her that convincing her parents would be the hardest part. Confident, Lu Xuanqin prepared to face the challenge at home. After school, Zhang Ruolai was angry and disappointed that Lu Xuanqin had kept her decision a secret, questioning why she had chosen to study at home. Although Lu Xuanqin felt sorry, she remained firm in her decision. She tried to soothe Zhang Ruolai, promising that they would continue spending time together. Zhang Ruolai eventually accepted her apology, but he still felt unsatisfied. At home, Lu Xuanqin gathered her courage and told her parents about her plan to study from home. To her surprise, her parents were very understanding and did not oppose the idea. They agreed that she would be better able to focus on her studies without outside distractions. Her father, Lu Changming, even encouraged her to return to school if she ever had questions, and her mother, Fan Jialing, gently supported her decision, giving her great confidence. The next day, Lu Xuanqin returned to school to pack up her belongings and officially request leave from her teachers. As she left the school, the news of her departure spread quickly online, sparking widespread discussion. Many people understood her decision, with some expressing regret that they wouldn't see her anymore, while others believed it was a rational choice given the upcoming college entrance exams. This decision marked a major turning point in Lu Xuanqin's life. She knew that the upcoming period would be a crucial stage in her life, and she needed to give her all to achieve her dreams. Due to the online buzz and increased exposure, Lu Xuanqin asked the principal to exempt her from any further mock exams, only returning to school for the actual college entrance exams. This request shocked many but also led people to understand and respect her decision. The last time she had taken a highly difficult test designed by an internet celebrity, she had scored 680, causing widespread online discussion and amazement at her academic abilities. With her decision to skip future exams, even more focus turned to her upcoming performance on the college entrance exams. To ease student stress, the school granted a day off, during which Lu Xuanqin and Zhang Ruolai visited the Old Town Park for a break. They strolled by the beautiful lake, enjoying a brief moment of relaxation. However, the peaceful atmosphere was suddenly shattered by a scream, murder. A crazed man had taken a child hostage at knife point, threatening to kill the child if anyone called the police. The scene descended into chaos, and the child's mother cried out desperately, pleading for her child's release. Lu Xuanqin quickly assessed the situation, knowing that calling the police would take too long. She decided to act and rescue the child herself. At that moment, the system issued a side mission, instructing her to save the child. She accepted the mission without hesitation and informed Zhang Ruolai that she would handle the situation on her own. Despite the crowd's attempts to stop her, Lu Xuanqin remained calm and steadily approached the attacker. When the assailant moved to stab her, Lu Xuanqin, using the enhanced physical abilities granted by the system, swiftly grabbed his wrist and subdued him. The onlookers rushed in to help, pinning the man to the ground. Just as everyone breathed a sigh of relief, Lu Xuanqin noticed another accomplice attempting to escape on a motorcycle. She immediately picked up a stone and hurled it at the man, hitting his hand and causing him to crash. The crowd caught up and restrained the second man as well. The police soon arrived at the scene, praising Lu Xuanqin for her bravery and inviting her to the station to give a statement. Zhang Ruolai insisted on accompanying her. In the police car, the child's mother, Qiao Lingjun, expressed her deep gratitude to Lu Xuanqin, calling her the child's savior. Lu Xuanqin smiled and reassured her, saying that even if she hadn't intervened, the police would have eventually resolved the situation. After saving the child from the assailant in Old Town Park, Lu Xuanqin received heartfelt thanks from Qiao Lingjun. Qiao sensed the subtle bond between Lu Xuanqin and Zhang Ruolai and shared stories of their respective lives. They then headed to the police station to give their statements. At the station, Lu Xuanqin's courageous actions were highly praised, and the police mentioned that the media wanted to interview her. At that moment, the system issued a new side mission, offering the ability to breathe underwater as a reward for agreeing to the interview. Lu Xuanqin ultimately accepted the mission. In the police station's interview room, the media quickly captured the story of this brave young academic. The reporters asked about her experience rescuing the child in the park and also brought up the highly discussed online confrontation between her and internet celebrity Qin Lina. Calm and confident, Lu Xuanqin responded to all the questions, explaining that when she acted to rescue the child, her only focus was on grabbing the attacker's wrist, with no thought for her own safety. The interview left both the media and the officers deeply impressed with Lu Xuanqin's courage and wisdom. The police awarded her a certificate of bravery and a cash reward of 5,000 yuan. For the economic conditions of 2004, this was a substantial sum, leaving Lu Xuanqin pleasantly surprised. She accepted the honor but chose to hide the incident from her parents, carefully storing away the certificate and the reward money. That evening, while the family was having dinner, a news report about Lu Xuanqin's heroic actions suddenly aired on television. The footage showed her rescuing the child, leaving her parents astonished. Her mother, Fan Jialing, asked about the situation with concern, while her father, Lu Changming, gently reminded her that while it was important to stand up for justice, she must also consider her own safety. Lu Xuanqin understood her parents' worries and promised to be more careful in the future, gradually easing their concerns. That night, Lu Xuanqin felt the deep love and support of her parents. Though she acted bravely outside, at home, she was still the child cherished and protected by her family. This heroic act not only helped her family understand her better but also deepened her reliance on and gratitude for them. She felt immensely fortunate to have such loving parents watching over her.